I'm at the point, though, where we're just way over the top on them. So what are you going to do against all this? 104 life, why not? What's going on, YouTube? Achilles here, and today we put together a mono green ramp deck. For this one, we focus on everyone's favorite card, Smuggler Surprise, and if you could use the ability for 6 mana that puts 2 creature cards from your hand onto the battlefield at instant speed, you're going to be way ahead of the game, because the creatures we play are super powerful. Not only could we bring out more creatures with Ghalta, but Vaultborn Tyrant will draw us cards for every creature with power 4 or greater, and we also gain 3 life, which will be very relevant against all those aggro decks. So we play a bunch of creatures that we bring out on an early turn, and we overwhelm the opponent. One new thing I'm trying out in this build is Rampaging Baloths, which is an interesting card because it has landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, you may create a 4/4 green beast creature token. So if this somehow sticks on the field while you have Vaultborn Tyrant, and you play a land or use one of your cards to get more lands on the battlefield, well, guess what? You got more 4/4 beasts, and that will trigger Vaultborn Tyrant if you already have it on the field, so just synergizes well to give you more cards. So let's get right into this list. We got 4 Llanowar Elves, 4 Smuggler Surprise, 2 Armored Scrapgorger, 4 Glimpse the Core, 1 the Irencrag, 4 Hulking Raptor, 1 Bloomvine Regent, 4 Overlord of the Hauntwoods, 1 Rampaging Baloths, 1 Spinewoods Armadillo, 4 Vaultborn Tyrant, 1 Zopandrel Dominus, 3 Ghalta Stampede Tyrant, 1 Cityscape Leveler, 1 Ghalta Primal Hunger, and for the lands we got 19 Forests, 1 Blast Zone, and 4 Cavern of Souls. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe, and if you want to become a member, you could get early access to videos as well as member shoutouts. Let's get right into these games. Okay, opponent is going first. I like that we have Smuggler Surprise. I like that we have double Vaultborn Tyrant. We just need to get to the Overlord. We just don't have nothing in between. And of course we get the Llanowar Elves turn 2. But it acts as 1 extra mana for our great plan. I see. Braided Net might be useful for them. That's so funny. They're doing it now, but what's good about this strategy that they're doing is I can instantly Smuggler Surprise when they do that at some point. Like right now we could have went Hulking Raptor the next turn Smuggler Surprise, but they did that, so instead we go for the Overlord. Which they're definitely doing the right thing. They know, just to take away 1 extra mana from me, and by making me have to produce it during the upkeep, then they're playing it smart. Let's just see what they get from this United Battlefront, though. If there's any synthesizers, that's not what we're pretty much hoping they don't have. Anything else we don't care about. They can get rid of the Elves, they can get rid of the Overlord. But the Simulacrum synthesizers are definitely going to hurt. High Noon. That's so funny. That's interesting that they didn't choose the Llanowar Elves. I could do this at instant speed. So I'm going to wait. I don't want to run into a board wipe if I don't have to. The other side of that is they could have had a counter card waiting for me when I play the Smuggler Surprise. So I have to be careful and wait until they tap out, if they even do. But I feel like a deck like this wants to utilize all their mana because they have all these 3-drops, 2-drops, and whatnot. Let's see. They are just trying to draw some cards. That's what it does, I believe. Draw a card, yep. Alright, now we drop the Smuggler Surprise. Double Vaultborn Tyrant. Which will draw us 4 cards and give us 12 life. Nice. Not bad of a start. We have a bunch of cards to ramp up, but we have nowhere to ramp up to. We have nothing. But that could easily change in a turn or two. Just like that. So we go Glimpse, get a third Forest, and then we go for another Llanowar Elves. So next turn we're going to be at 6 lands, technically. But we still need to get the second Cavern of Souls down in order to bring out Vaultborn, which should be a lot for them to deal with, depending on what they're playing. Oh, speaking of Vaultborn Tyrants, we got another one called Dinosaur. Go for the double swing. What are they going to do for their turn 3? This is what's going to really make or break the game. I see they're doing some kind of reanimator as well. That's fair. They might even go more over the top than us, depending on if they use Zombify or not. Yep. Well, it's not Zombify, but it's something. Once we drop the second Vaultborn Tyrant, it's going to be really nice. Just a ton of value all around. There's a third Vaultborn. Go for the swing. And now I'm just preparing for whatever they have planned for us. They got 2 Ghaltas in their grave. They obviously are going to play Zombify. I mean, that's just what I think. Okay, Italy. I guess that's pretty good too. They get a Smuggler surprise, which is useless for them, because they need mana to play the other abilities. They could cast the card itself, but they have no mana for the spree. Okay, so check it out. This is what we're gonna do. 4, 7, 8. Now we're gonna get so many draws. This literally just puts us over the top. And now we could bring out all of these guys. How many cards do I have left in my deck? 3 cards for each one. Yeah, I'll be alright. We're not going to lose anytime soon, right? We're going to definitely just have a few cards left in our deck, but all our cards have indestructible, so they block 1, and they're taking 6 at least. I have to discard a bunch. There we go. Oh, maybe I hit the wrong cards to discard. That's so funny. I was trying to keep... Okay, it's fine. I'm at the point, though, where we're just way over the top on them. So what are you going to do against all this? $104 life. Why not? Opponent goes first. This is a very odd hand, but I will keep it. I want to get a second, or should I say an actual forest on the battlefield, so we're going to do it this way. Very fancy. What is this? Azurius control? Oh yeah, it is. And we're going to try to mill. Oh yeah, they're just gonna mill me out. It's fair. Cityscape Leveler is welcome one. So now we're just gonna go play the game, beat down our opponent with Overlord of the Hauntwoods. Because they must be very confident to do that. Especially since I don't have any threats to even get rid of the Jace, and they still end up doing that. So they must have a reason. Rest in peace. Well, there goes Cityscape Leveler. They definitely have omniscience in mind while they built this deck, which is fair. Going for the Ghalta is an interesting choice. It will net us an extra card. They can't counter it either. So we draw a card first, and if it's a creature, we're going to be able to play it. Well, unfortunately, that's not the case. But we still got Vaultborn in the Armored Scrapgorger at full power right now. Ride's End is a move. And even a bigger threat, which is Ghalta, the 12/12 trample. These little fishes have to do more than block this guy, because this is just a really strong card, so they end up stocking up. And they can easily find any removal card. They could just get rid of this with anything. At least with the Vaultborn Tyrant, I was going to be able to use it for another turn or whatever when it comes. But actually, yeah, Rest in Peace will just say no. So we gotta just beat them down, see what they got. They might have another Ride's End, but in an unexpected plot twist, I have another Ghalta. So there's that. Day of Judgment. Okay. We are now doing stuff, guys. Another Ghalta. I'm not going to use the Glimpse because we don't want to mill any more cards, quote unquote. When I say mill, Glimpse the Core takes a card out of our deck and puts it on the battlefield, feeding into their game plan of me having less cards so they could use Jace to take me out. So we're not going to do that, especially since Vaultborn is going to thin out our deck as well. Vaultborn. Okay, we're gonna cast it. Draw some cards. More creatures, can't go wrong. Okay, so technically we could take him down next turn. This is 17 damage. They use Day of Judgment. We are gonna... Oh yeah, and Rest in Peace is on the board. I keep forgetting that. Alright. So this is the move, guys. We're gonna see if they have another board wipe. Because if they don't, they're gonna be in trouble. So we're playing out our whole hand. I'm really hoping they don't have it, because that would be so unfortunate if they do. But if they don't, we have more than enough damage to, well, actually now they go to 19 at the little fish dudes. So they're not out of it yet. And another Jace, oh my goodness. We're going to be at 5 cards left in our deck. So this is just the final part of the game now. Alright, that's not good. Okay, so this is where you just hope they don't have anything to answer your board, or we're just gonna get milled out. But I feel like they have to have it. It's a looming threat. So by them using the temporary lockdown, it gives me a little bit of hope. Pisa, okay. So I got a good play, guys. It's called Let's Get Blast Zone. 3 more charge counters on it. They'll have 4 charge counters on it. So we could get rid of Biza now, technically, which will take care of our opponent. Because all our creatures aren't 4 mana value, so we get it. Not bad of a hand, honestly. We have Llanowar Elves, Scrapgorger into Hulking Raptor into Tyrant, and the Cavern of Souls for good measure, by the way. Can't go wrong with that. Especially when they're not playing mono black with the cut down, just waiting for you, which I feel like I see just way too much. But this card's good for the Omniscience on curve, and it's just a good card in general, so I understand why they're playing it. I feel like I could get the Overlord out with I need an extra land for that, technically. I'm going to do it this way. So let me explain the whole mindset with this one. So next turn we'll have 5 lands. We could go for the Overlord. which will then generate more lands, and then we try to get to Ghalta quicker, and then bring out our whole hand that way. So I just want to use this so we could actually get more draw power. Especially since you're playing this. Okay. So right now we have 5 lands. Hulking Raptor is good, but this is so strong right now. A 6/5 in the mono green mirror match. You gotta go for it. Especially since I don't get to Ghalta the following turn, so. Because I'd be at 6, and then... Actually, wait a minute. Okay, wait. This wouldn't be on the field. So 3, 5, 6. Okay, I technically could have went for the Ghalta, but I still want to defend against all these attacks, so I guess it works out. Either way, you could go any route with these cards. I mean, in this matchup, there's a bunch of ways you could go this or that, but as long as they don't put pressure on us, then we are chilling. So, I'm going to be a little disciplined with this. I'm going to play this. I could technically swing, but I don't want them to swing at us yet. So I'm just going to keep everything up. Because if they swing with that, then they could ramp. I don't want them to ramp. Especially since we have our own game plan we're going to do next turn. Okay, that's fine. Just trying to think what could be insane about this right now. If I have to give up the Overlord to block, I will. That's what we're doing. Get rid of that. Okay. So now, this is where we go for the big play. We go for Ghalta, which will now drop everything else. To draw some cards, which is always nice. I wonder what they're going to do with 10 mana, though. I'm actually very concerned. Yeah. This could be a really crazy play. But it's all green mana. What could it be? Alright, yeah. I mean, that's fair. They get rid of Vaultborn. But even that isn't enough to get the job done, so they're going to need a follow-up play. But they have 8 mana to play around with. Excuse me, they have 11 mana to play around with. Another Ugin. Get rid of the Ghalta. And then the other one will get rid of something. They pay the ward. Yes, they do. Alright, I get it. We have 8 mana open right now. And I'll get the Scrapgorger technically pumped up too to try to deal with threats. We have to get rid of that Ugin for sure. The Zopandrel definitely will help, though. Yeah, you know what? We gotta go for Zopandrel. Next turn, we're definitely going to get rid of that Ugin. Unless they do some crazy play right now that I can't even imagine. Which, of course, I'm hoping isn't the case. And we get it. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. Tell me what you think of the deck in the comment section down below. Please like the video and subscribe if you have not already. And if you're new here, just know I have new videos coming out every day. I hope everyone has a great day. Take care.